Hey, this is Dr. Paul again, child psychiatrist. I'm here today to talk about mental health issues in children. Today, I'm going to talk to you about ADHD. I got an email from a parent asking, does my child have ADHD? ADHD is super common, probably affecting somewhere between 5 to 10% of kids, depending on the study you look at. So today, I'm going to go over 10 ways to know if your child has ADHD or not. And these are sort of not diagnostic, obviously. The diagnosis will require either seeing a pediatrician or seeing a mental health expert such as myself to figure that out. But, you know, I love kids with ADHD. I love treating kids with ADHD. They're full of energy. They're spunky. They have all sorts of amazing talents and things that they do. Kids with lots of energy love to sing, dance, perform, act. We don't want to quash that in a kid because that's a lot of natural energy and talents that they have. But sometimes these things can get problematic, particularly with school, after school activities. So let's go over the 10 different ways to know if your child actually has ADHD or not. So the first one, number one, is, like I said earlier, difficulty paying attention. Work, school, Boy Scouts, church. Church is a difficult one because that's hard for a lot of people to stay focused in on, but mainly school. Teacher reports to you frequently in notes, in the agenda, Tommy is zoning out again, or he can't pay attention. Keep a record of it. Number two, being easily distracted. That's a comment of like squirrel. You have something you're supposed to be focusing on, something's going on outside, the child sees someone's playing basketball, it's their favorite sport, boom, they're looking at the basketball game rather than paying attention to math. Number three is trouble listening when someone is talking to you. So generally that's teacher, that's adult, and that is a frustrating feeling you get when you know your child's not listening and you ask them, hey, what did I just say? And they have no idea. This is something that isn't just random and it occurs randomly because all kids do that every once in a while. This is a pattern. This is a pattern behavior that the teacher sees, you see, other people see, and it is frustrating and irritating. Just remember, some kids don't have a big muscle in terms of staying attentive to everything that you are saying. Number four is being disorganized or having poor time management. So what does that look like? That's a child who doesn't know where anything is. Their backpack is a complete disaster. Papers are squashed, they're here, they're there. You open their desk drawer on back to school night, you open it up and it looks like a bomb went off. Number five, not paying close attention to details. So this is a classic example of a child who knows what they're doing. They know the answer to the math problem. They can do it, but they didn't get it right because they didn't read that they wanted Tommy's number of apples, not Johnny's number of oranges. They erased through that part. So they're smart enough to get it, they're just not paying attention to those very important details. Number six, forgetfulness. What does forgetfulness look like with children? Forgetfulness looks like I left my math book at school again for the 18th time. Number seven, misplacing or losing things. The dog ate my homework. If that's familiar to any parent, kind of a cardinal sign of ADHD in children as well. You're just forgetting things, you're losing things, and it's difficult. Number eight, having a hard time waiting your turn. So that is the kid who, instead of waiting their turn in the line for the water fountain, they feel like they just can't do it. They need to get to the front of that line, they cut the line, they get in trouble. So it's not necessarily the kid being mean or a jerk or whatever, or however bad the other kids make the child feel or the teacher makes them feel. We have to start thinking about the fact that they really may have a hard time waiting and delaying that gratification and waiting an extra, even if it's 5 minutes, getting to that front of the line. So it's not excusing behavior, it's trying to understand it from a different perspective. Number nine, fidgeting, tapping, squirming. That is the kid who is bouncing their pencil off the desk, drumming around on the desk, and I imagine all sorts of great drummers got their start with a couple of pencils in a classroom. Not necessarily something you want to quash with the kid, but definitely something that you can alter and make it a more acceptable behavior, give it a place and time, encourage it. Number 10, interrupting. That's one of my favorite jokes, is the interrupting cow joke, if you've ever told that to your kid. But, you know, interrupting is problematic. Interrupting is an impulse control issue. Kids so excited, they want to learn, they're really, they know the answer, or maybe they don't, but they really want to say it. So again, a lot of good things happening there that you do not want to squash in a child, but they can become disruptive in the classroom. So these are the 10 things, 10 signs that your child might have ADHD. Again, if you feel like they really do, please bring them in for an evaluation. Talk to your pediatrician about it. For more information, you can go to my website, nowpsych.com/blog. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.